Andrew Tate has become a highly polarizing figure in modern media. His brash persona and controversial opinions ignite intense discussions and debates. But what if I told you that behind the glitz and bravado, there's a deeper narrative that's worth exploring?
Andrew Tate. Wait, I have one more question. Why don't you like him?
In this video, we will uncover whether he embodies the concept of the modern devil. Stick around, because you won't want to miss the surprising insights that could challenge your understanding of influence in today's society. Tate presents himself as a self-made entrepreneur, often flaunting his wealth and lifestyle. His provocative statements challenge societal norms and traditional views on masculinity. But why do these bold claims resonate so deeply with some, while inciting outrage in others? This leads us to consider the psychological aspects of his messaging. Are we drawn to figures like Tate because they reflect our own beliefs, or because they provoke us to rethink them? Throughout the video, we will analyze various aspects of Tate's public persona, from his views on masculinity to his role as an influencer. Each segment will peel back layers of his identity. By understanding the context of his influence, we can better appreciate the broader cultural implications. What do you think will be revealed as we dig deeper into Tate's persona? At the core of Andrew Tate's appeal is his charismatic persona. He has a magnetic presence that captivates his audience and draws them into his world. But how much of this charisma is genuine, and how much is a carefully crafted image? This exploration raises important questions about authenticity in the age of, what if the persona we see is just the tip of the iceberg? As we dissect his public image, it's crucial to explore how personality influences perception. Are we gravitating toward figures like Tate because they challenge our beliefs, or do they reflect our existing biases? This inquiry sets the stage for understanding the profound impact of his messaging. By recognizing these psychological hooks, we can start to uncover why his followers remain loyal. Tate's engaging style makes his content highly shareable, amplifying his reach and influence. But what happens when charisma overshadows the content itself? Followers are often drawn to his confidence and success, viewing him as a source of inspiration. Yet, we must ask ourselves, does this admiration blind us to the potential dangers of his ideology? This leads us to consider the implications of Tate's charisma on societal values. As we navigate these themes, think about the kinds of figures you are drawn to. Are they truly inspiring, or are they merely reflecting your own aspirations and fears? Andrew Tate is notorious for his controversial views on masculinity, often framing them as a defense of traditional manhood. But what does he mean by traditional manhood, and how does that resonate in a rapidly evolving society? He claims that contemporary culture undermines masculine values, resonating with those who feel lost. This raises an intriguing question. Are his views a response to societal changes, or are they perpetuating outdated stereotypes? Tate's followers often view him as a mentor, while critics argue he promotes harmful ideologies. This dichotomy illustrates the complexity of his messaging and its impact on societal perceptions of masculinity. His approach challenges norms, prompting discussions about what it means to be a man today. But why do some find comfort in his assertions while others are appalled? Supporters find solace in his assertive stance on masculinity, feeling empowered to reclaim their identities. However, detractors argue that his views can foster toxic behaviors. This invites essential questions. Can masculinity be redefined without resorting to outdated stereotypes? Or do figures like Tate simply reinforce those traditional views in a new guise? As we navigate these views, consider how your own beliefs may shape your perception of masculinity. Are you more inclined to support radical change or the status quo? This self-reflection will be vital as we explore the next aspect of Tate's influence, his role as a devil's advocate in public discourse. Tate often positions himself as the devil's advocate, challenging conventionals, but what happens when someone plays this role in the court of public opinion? His provocative statements force audiences to question their beliefs and assumptions. However, where do we draw the line between healthy debate and irresponsible rhetoric? By adopting this role, Tate compels his audience to confront uncomfortable truths. This can be enlightening, but it also risks normalizing extremist views. While some appreciate his challenge to the status quo, others argue that it leads to harmful discourse. It's crucial to evaluate whether his provocations serve to elevate societal understanding or merely stoke division? As viewers, we must examine our responses to such challenges. Are we drawn to figures who confront our views, or do we prefer those who affirm them? This tension highlights a critical aspect of his influence, how it shapes our perceptions of right and wrong. What if the discomfort of facing our biases is exactly what we need for growth? Andrew Tate frequently flaunts his wealth and success, presenting himself as the epitome of the self-made man. But is success defined solely by financial gain, or does it encompass deeper values? He showcases a luxurious lifestyle that many find aspirational, but this portrayal raises fundamental questions. Are we merely being dazzled by his material possessions, or is there a meaningful message hidden within? We must critically assess the distinction between financial success and moral authority. While his achievements may inspire some, they also raise ethical concerns about the values being promoted. In the pursuit of success, what lessons are being learned? The glorification of wealth can lead to distorted values that prioritize money over integrity and connection. Tate's lifestyle has become a blueprint for some of his followers, who strive to emulate his success. But what does this aspiration truly entail? Are we encouraging a culture that values materialism over genuine fulfillment? As we explore Tate's wealth, consider how these ideals influence your own aspirations and the societal narratives you subscribe to. Tate's online presence is formidable, boasting millions of followers across various platforms. He has effectively leveraged social media to amplify his message, using provocative content to engage his audience. But how does online influence shape our beliefs and behaviors? What if the very platforms we rely on for information are distorting our understanding of reality? As we analyze Tate's impact, it's essential to consider the power dynamics at play in the digital age. Influencers like him wield significant sway over public opinion, but at what cost? Understanding the implications of such influence will challenge our perceptions of accountability in the online space. Are we critical enough of the content we consume, or do we passively absorb whatever comes our way? With great power comes great responsibility, and Tate's followers are growing rapidly. The need for ethical considerations in his messaging is more crucial than ever. How do we navigate the fine line between motivation and manipulation in the digital realm? This critical examination becomes even more pertinent as we look at the significant backlash he has faced. What do critics say about Tate's influence? And what does it mean for the broader conversation about social media and responsibility? Despite his substantial following, Tate has faced significant backlash for his views and statements. Critics argue that his rhetoric can lead to harmful behaviors among impressionable followers. This backlash prompts important discussions about the responsibilities of public figures. How should we hold influencers accountable for the impact of their words on society? As we navigate this controversy, we must ask ourselves, what responsibilities do influencers have in shaping public discourse? Understanding the broader implications of Tate's messaging is crucial to comprehending the current climate surrounding social media influencers. What if the outrage we see is indicative of a larger societal struggle to define acceptable norms? Tate's polarizing nature has sparked debates not just about his views, but about the societal values that allow such figures to thrive. These discussions can lead to greater awareness of the effects of unfiltered influence on young audiences. As we reflect on these conversations, consider where you stand on the spectrum of support and criticism for figures like Tate. As we wrap up, let's reflect on Andrew Tate's role as a modern devil. What insights can we take from this exploration, and how can we apply them to our own lives? Andrew Tate embodies the complexities of the modern devil. His charisma, controversial views, and significant influence compel us to think critically about the figures we follow. As we reflect on his impact, we must consider whether he is a reflection of societal discontent or represents something more insidious. What if the real lesson here is about our own values and the kinds of narratives we choose to embrace? As we navigate this digital landscape, it's crucial to question our beliefs and the influences we allow in our lives. What are your thoughts on Andrew Tate? Is he a modern devil or merely a misunderstood figure? Your perspectives matter, and engaging in this dialogue can lead to greater understanding.